Hello students, welcome to today's class. Today, after section formula, midpoint formula and special cases, I have taken today exercise number 7.2 from the coordinate geometry. Exercise number 7.2 will discuss all the questions of this exercise by using which formula that you will come to know. Already I have written, I think, section formula, which is very important. The first question number 1 is, find the coordinates of the points which divide the line segment joining these 2 points in some ratio. Already I have told you, if a point divides a line segment in some ratio, definitely we'll use the section formula. So where do you use the section formula? Whenever a point divides a line segment in some ratio. So here it is given a point. The point is given AB. Suppose this is coordinates of the first point, that is minus 1 7, and the coordinate of the second is given 4 comma minus 3. This point, suppose P, he is asking find the coordinates of this point, and it is given that this point divides in the ratio of 2:3. That means this is 2 and this is 3. Very simple. Just put the formula, get the answer. What is your M1? M1 is 2. What is M2? M2 is 3. So M1, M2 is already given, and X1 is minus 1, Y1 7, X1 Y1, and what is X2? X2 is 4. What is Y2? Y2 is minus 3. Just put the formula, get the answer. So what is the formula? Here I have written already the formula, because you have to remember this formula. M1 X2 plus M2 X1 by M1 plus M2. Again I must use the formula. So what is the formula? The coordinate of that point Pxy is equals to M1 X2. So what is M1? My M1 is 2. M1 into X2. What is X2? X2 is 4. So M1 M2 plus M2. M2 is 3. M2 X1 is minus 1 divided by M1 plus M2 means 2 plus 3. So this becomes my first X coordinate. Y coordinate? M1 Y2. M1 is 2. Y2. What is your Y2? Y2 is minus 3. Again M2 3. M2 Y1 7. Divided by the same thing M1 plus M2. This is the formula, which is equals to 2 4s are 8, 3 1s are 3, 2 plus 3 5, 2 3s are 6, 3 7s are 21 divided by 5, and 8 minus 3 is your 5, 5 divided by 5, and this is a 15, 15 divided by 5. Finally what I am getting? 1 comma 3. So this is the point, coordinate of the point which divides the line segment in the ratio of 2:3. Very simple. Just put the formula, get the answer. Finished first one. Now let's do the second one. The second question, what exactly he is telling? The second question is asking, find the points of trisection, which is very important. Find the points of trisection of the line segment joining the points. So he is asking find the points of trisection. Before you must know what is exactly the points of trisection. If this is a line segment, this line segment, if divides into 3 equal parts, if this line segment completely divides into 3 exactly equal parts, then let me give the name of the line segment AB. Suppose AB is a line segment. This line segment, if divides exactly into 3 equal parts, then these 2 parts, suppose this is P, this is Q. This P and Q are called points of trisection. What is that? Points of trisection. So points of trisection are those points which divide the line segment into 3 equal parts. So points of trisection समझ में एक line segment है जिसको कि 3 equal parts में divide हो रहा है. Like AP is equals to PQ is equals to QB. Means these 3 parts will be definitely equal. Then only these 2 points P and Q, these 2 points are called points of trisection. So what are these PQ? These PQ are called points of trisection. These P, Q are called points of trisection. So exactly I have to find the coordinates of both P and Q, because they ask me to find the coordinates of the points of trisection. So first I'll find what is the coordinates of the point P. Now, so exactly from here actually P divides AB in the ratio, I think 1:2. This point P divide this in two parts. This is the first part, and from here to here this is the second part. So can I say this is the first part and this is the second part? Your first part contains only one part, second part contains two parts, 1, 2. So therefore I have written 1:2. So P divides AB in the ratio of 1:2. That means from here to here 1, and from here till here 2 parts. So P divides in the ratio of 1:2. Similarly, this Q divides AB in the ratio of, I think, 2:1. Similarly, if I take Q, this is the Q. So Q divides AB in the ratio of 2:1, means from here till here it's 2 parts. From here till Q 2 parts, and from here to here only 1 part. So Q divides 2:1, but P divides 1:2. Get it? Now very simple, put the formula, get the answer. So what is the formula? Let me find first the coordinates of P. Pxy is equals to m1 x2. So what is my m1 m2? Let me write the points. The 2 points are given 4. First one is given 4 comma -1. Second one is given -2 comma 3. -2 comma -3. So this is my x1 y1, this is x2 y2. I think you are getting x1 y1 x2 y2. So formula is m1 x2 plus m2 x1 divided by m1 plus m2, m1 y2 plus m2 y1 divided by m1 plus m2. Let me substitute the value. What is m1? I'm finding the coordinates of P, means I'll take these two. This is m1 and this is m2. M1 is m2. So what is my m1? M1 is 1. x2, this is x1 y1 x2 y2. So m1, let me write here if you're getting confused. This is x1 y1 and this is x2 y2. So m1 x2 is -2 plus m2 is what? 2. x1 is 4 divided by m1 plus m2, 1 plus 2, 1 plus 2. Again m1 is 1 into y2 is -3 plus m2 2. y1, what is y1? y1 is -1 divided by again 1 plus 2. So 1 2s are 2 -2 plus 4 2s are 8. 4 2s are 8 divided by 3. 1 3s are 3, -2 1s are 2 divided by 3. So what exactly I am getting? 8 minus 2 is 6. 6 by 3 minus 5 by 3. Still I can divide. This becomes 2 comma minus 5 by 3. Now I got the coordinates of the first point P. P का coordinates तो आ गया. Coordinates of the first point I got. What is the coordinates of the point P? 2 comma minus 5 by 3. Now in the similar way I have to find what are the coordinates of Q. So let me find the coordinates of Q by using the same formula. So coordinates of Q. First point's coordinates I got. Now I'll find the coordinates of the second points of trisection, that is. So in the second case exactly same formula I have to use. But what is my m1 m2? My m1 m2 will be this one. Look at here. Because I'm finding the coordinates of Q. So Q divides AB in the ratio of 2:1. That means my m1 is equals to m2 is equals to 1. x1 y1 x2 y2 remains as it is. This one only. x1 y1 x2 y2. So Q xy means I'm finding the coordinates of Q. Formula is this one only. m1 x2. So what is my m1 x2 is -2 plus m2, m2 is 1, m2 x1 is 4, divided by m1 plus m2, 2 plus 1, again m1 is 2, m1 y2 is minus 3, plus m2 y1 is minus 1, divided by 2 plus 1. So finally if I calculate, 2 2s are 4, 4 1s are 4, 2 plus 1 3, 2 3s are 6, minus 1 by 3. 4 minus 2, 2 by 3, and minus 7 by 3. So this is the coordinates of the point Q. That means these two are the coordinates of the points of trisection. Clear? Very important question. So points of trisection, from where I got these two ratio? These two ratio from where I got, that is most important. These two ratio from where I got? I told you P divides in the ratio of 1:2, Q divides in the ratio of 2:1. How did I get? Because it is given trisection. Trisection, as I told you, the line segment divided into 3 equal parts. First part, second part, third part. Right? Therefore, these 2 points P and Q are called coordinates of points of trisection. Now these 2 points have to find. So let's find P divides this AB in which ratio? So P divides AB in the ratio of 1:2. P is this one, no? So this is the first part, means 1 part. This is the second part, means 2 parts. So therefore I have written P divides in the ratio of 1:2. Whereas if I take the Q is here, right? So from here till here, I think it's 2 part, and from here to here it is 1 part. Therefore Q divides in the ratio of 2:1. So M1 M2 for P, M1 M2 for Q. Put the same formula, get the same answer. Means same formula you must use. But M1 M2 value must be different, because for the first points of trisection, M1 M2 is 1:2, but for the second it will be 2:1. Whereas the coordinates of the points remains equal, x1 y1, x2 y2. So this is about the second question. Now the third question. So second question is the points of trisection, is very important. Next question number 3. So in both the problems I used only section formula. So you must remember the section formula. Now the third question is question number 3. Question number 3, what is given? Question number 3 is the case study, so we'll do it at the last. Question number 4, find the ratio in which the line segment joining the points is divided by -1,6. So he's telling, question number 4, he's telling find the ratio in which the line segment joining the 2 points given. 2 points given, suppose this is A, this is B. The coordinates of these 2 points are already given. What are the coordinates? The coordinates of these 2 points are -3, 10, and the second coordinate is given 6, -8. And this is the divided by a point. This is divided by a point P whose coordinates also given -1,6. What is asking? What is not given? Ratio is not given. So therefore he is asking find the ratio. Ratio is not given. So we have to find the ratio. What is given? The point which divides the line segment in 2 parts, so that is given. Coordinates of the line segment joining the points also given. One thing that is not given, lacking behind, that is your in which ratio it is divided, that is not given. So let's consider, let point P divides in the ratio K:1, because we don't know ratio. So let it divides in the ratio of K:1. So in this case, what will be my M? My M1 becomes K. So what is this M1? My M1 becomes K and my M2 becomes 1. Again I have to use the same formula. So formula is already written, right? So what write the formula? P -1,6, because P xy, this xy is given, the coordinates of point given, is equals to, formula is m1 x2. m1 is what? K. m1 x2. This is the x1. Let me write the value of x1, or else I can indicate here also. So this is my this is my x1 and this is my y1. x1 y1. Okay, let it get disturbed. So let me point out somewhere else. What is my x1? I am writing here only. x1 is minus 3, y1 is 10. x1 y1. In this case, what is my x2? My x2 is 6, y2 is equals to minus 8. Just substitute the value. m1 x2, what is x2? x2 is here 6. So m1 into 6, m1 x2 plus m2 is 1, m2 x1, m1 x2 plus m2 x1. x1 is given only. What is x1? Minus 3 divided by m1 plus m2 means k plus 1. Again, this is x coordinate over, right? Now the y coordinate. m1 y2. m1 is k. y2. What is y2? y2 is minus 8 plus m2 into y1. y1 is 10 divided by again m1 plus m2. Now what I got? Let's simplify. I am getting k into 6 is 6k minus 3 divided by k plus 1. K into minus 8, 8k plus 10 1s are 10 divided by k plus 1. So this is my x coordinate, this is my y coordinate. Whereas what is given? The coordinates of the point which divides minus 1 comma 6. Now let me equate. If I equate, I can easily get the value of that k. So how to equate? You can equate x coordinate, equating x coordinate. If I equate the x coordinate, what I am getting? Your x coordinate is 6k minus 3 by k plus 1. This is the x coordinate. Is equals to, this is the x coordinate minus 1. Understanding how do I equate? This is the x coordinate and this is y coordinate. And this one my x coordinate, this is my y coordinate. I am equating x coordinate. You can even equate the y coordinate also, no wrong in this. Here I am equating the x coordinate. I am taking x with this one. This x coordinate, this is also x coordinate. Now if I do the cross multiplication, what I am getting? 6k minus 3 into 1, that one only, is equals to minus 1 into k minus 1. Now 6k, take this one transpose, plus k is equals to minus 1 plus 3. 6k plus k is nothing but 7k. 7k is equals to 2. Therefore, k is equals to 2 by 7. K is equals to what I got? 2 by 7. That means the ratio is 2:7. Therefore, find the ratio is given. Therefore, the ratio is 2:7. This is the ratio in which the point is divided this line segment. So k is equals to, I got 2:7, which is nothing but 2:7. But if you take the y coordinate also, here I have taken the x coordinate, but you can take y coordinate also and you will get the same results. I have equated x coordinate, I equated. If you take y coordinate, you will get this result only. You can try it. This is homework for you. Okay. Now the next question is, question number is 4 over. Now the question number 5. So here what he was asking? He was asking the ratio. Whenever he is asking the ratio, just take let it divides in the ratio of k:1. Your m1 becomes k, m2 becomes 1. Very simple. For the same formula, this formula only we are using. We are using only this section formula since the beginning. And we use this section formula in the rest of the question also. Next question is, let's see what is the next question is telling. Next question, again find the ratio. Find the ratio in which the line segment joining the points. This over. Next, find the ratio divided by the x-axis. A slight modification. Slight modification. What is telling? This is the question number 5. Question number 5. What is telling? Find the ratio in which the line segment joining divided by the x-axis. What is the x-axis? This is the line segment. Let the line segment be AB. And the coordinates of both is given 1 comma minus 5. First one is given 1 comma minus 5. The coordinate of the second point is also given, that is 4 minus 4 comma 5. Minus 4 comma 5. But what is given? This time he is given it's divided by the x-axis. So let this point which divides this one in the x-axis, right? X-axis. But if the point is on x-axis, what do we know? We know that its y coordinate is 0. If the point is divided x-axis, that means if the point is on x-axis, its y coordinate will be definitely 0. So let me take y coordinate 0 and x coordinate x as it is. Understood why did I take this y coordinate 0? This point is very important. Y coordinate I am taking 0 because it is given in the question. The point divides x-axis. If the point is on x-axis, definitely that is its y coordinate will be 0. Now let it divides in the ratio of k is to 1. Similarly as usual. So what is my m1? m1 is equals to k, m2 is equals to 1. I am doing the same thing. The basic difference between this question and the previous question is, in the previous question he has already given the coordinate of this point, he has given, but in this case he is not given. Indirectly what is telling, the point is divided by the x-axis. So therefore I have to take your y coordinate will be definitely 0. And x1 is what? x1 is 1. y1 is equals to minus 5. x1, y1. And x2 is what? x2 is equals to minus 4. And y2 is equals to 5. Similarly, apply the same formula. So what is the formula? Pxy. What is xy? That means x0 is equals to, I use this formula only, this section formula I use again. So m1 x2. What is m1? m1 is k. x2 is minus 4. m1 x2 plus m1 x1. x1 is 1 divided by m1 plus m2. m1 plus m2. My x coordinate over y coordinate, m1 y2 plus m2 y1 divided by m1 plus m2 means k plus 1. Now the substitution of the formula is over. So next simplify. I am getting minus 4k plus 1 1 is 1 divided by k plus 1, and this side I am getting minus 5k minus 5 divided by k plus 1, and this is given x0. Means you can write the coordinates only, no problem. The same thing I have to do. I have to equate coordinates. Which coordinate? Because this is the known value, my y coordinate known value, so let me equate the y coordinates. So equating y coordinates, equating which coordinate? Y coordinates. If I equate the y coordinate, what I am getting? What is my y coordinate? Minus 5k minus 5 divided by k plus 1, I think equals to 0, or minus 5k minus 5 equals to I think 0. This becomes cross multiply, it's 0. Or can I write minus 5k is equals to 5? Or let me check it, because both I am getting minus sign. 1 minus 4 minus 4 comma 1 minus 5 minus 4 comma 5. m1 m2 over x1 y1 x2 y2. Okay. m1 x2 m1 x2 plus m2 x1 by m1 plus m2 m1 y2 m1 y2 y2, it's a plus sign but I've taken minus sign. So therefore this becomes only 5k. So this becomes only 5k, not minus 5k. Because why? Because the ratio will never be negative. So therefore I'm telling only 5k. So therefore 5k is equals to 5, or k is equals to 5 divided by 5, means 1:1. Very simple. So in which ratio divides? It divides in the ratio of 1:1. So divides in the ratio of 1:1. So k divides in the ratio of 1:1. We can find similarly x value, but he is not asking the x value. So now the next question is question number 6. What is the question number 6? He is asking question number 6. So question number, this fifth over, now the sixth one. Question number 6 is asking if some vertices are given, vertices of the parallel given. So let me draw the vertices of a parallelogram. Let me draw one parallelogram whose vertices are given. The vertices of a parallelogram given. If it is A, B, C, D, if these are vertices, the vertices are probably 1, 2, 4. First is given 1, 2. Second is given 4, Y. Then it is given x6, x6, and it is given 3 and 5, 3, 5. So what is telling? These are the vertices of a parallelogram. These are the vertices of a parallelogram. Then is asking find the value of x and y. It's also a very important question, but very easy. In parallelogram, we are having some properties. What are the properties? Anyhow, opposite sides are equal as well as parallel, we know. But the next thing is these diagonals are DB and AC. These diagonals, they bisect each other. This is the most important point of the parallelogram. So what is given? Let the points, let me write. This is the question number 6. Let A is equals to 3, 5. B is equals to, A is equals to 1, 2 I have taken. A is equals to 1, 2. B is equals to 4, 5. C is equals to, I have taken x6. And D I have taken as 3, 5. These are the coordinates of the points I have considered. So in the parallelogram, the diagonals, they bisect each other. If the diagonals bisect each other, let it be the midpoint. The diagonals, if they bisect each other, the main conclusion of what we are getting, this midpoints. What is the midpoint of AC? Midpoint of AC is O. And what is the midpoint of BD? Midpoint of BD also 1. That is O only. That means if the diagonals they bisect, then definitely their midpoints are equal. Whose midpoints? The midpoint of the diagonals are equal. Because if these two, if the diagonals they bisect, then definitely these midpoints are equal. AO will be equals to OC. That means the O becomes the midpoint of AC. Again, this O becomes the midpoint of BD also. So from this, what we are getting? We are getting confirmed that yes, definitely this is the midpoint, and midpoint of AC, midpoint of BD, both are equal. So now, since diagonals of a parallelogram, they bisect each other. Diagonals of parallelogram, they bisect each other. Hence, midpoints are equal. Whose midpoints? Midpoint of AC and midpoint of BD, both are equal. Now, what I can say? Midpoint of AC will be definitely equal to the midpoint of BD. So this is the only final conclusion. This is the conclusion. If it is given in parallelogram, then definitely the diagonals bisect each other, and if the diagonals bisect, midpoints are equal. Midpoint of both the diagonals. But the midpoint formula we know. What is the midpoint formula? The midpoint formula is this is the midpoint formula: x1 plus x2 divided by 2 y1 plus y2 divided by 2. This is the midpoint formula. Which formula this is? This is the midpoint formula. So let me use both the midpoints. If I take AC, this will be x1, this will be y1, and this will be x2, this will be y2. So write x1 plus x2 means 1 plus x divided by 2, x1 plus x2 divided by 2, y1 plus y2, y1 plus y2, 2 plus 6 divided by 2. So this is nothing but midpoint of AC over. Now midpoint of BD. BD, this one. So x1, y1, x2, y2. Apply the same formula. Midpoint of BD, same formula. So what is BD? x1 plus x2, BD. x1 plus x2 means 4 plus x2 is what? x2 is 3. x1 plus x2 divided by 2, y1 plus y2, y plus 5 divided by 2. So further if I simplify, this becomes as it is 1 plus x by 2, but this becomes 8 by 2. This side over. Now 4 plus 3, 7 by 2, y plus 5 by 2. From here if I equate what? X coordinate as well as y coordinate. If I equate the x coordinate, I get the x value. If I equate the y coordinate, I'll get the y value. Now first I'm equating x coordinate. Equating x coordinate. First what I'm doing? I'm equating x coordinate. So this is my x coordinate, and this is the x coordinate. This is the y coordinate. This is the y coordinate. So let's take the first x coordinate. 1 plus x by 2, this x coordinate. 1 plus x by 2 is equals to, this side what is the x coordinate? 7 by 2. Or 2, do the cross multiplication. 2 1 is 2, plus 2 into 2x is equals to 7 to the 14. Or 2x is equals to 14 minus 2, which is 12. Or x is equals to 12 by 2. So my x value I got the 6. Similarly, if I equate the y coordinate, equating y coordinates. If I equate the y coordinate, what is my y coordinate? This side is 8 by 2 is nothing but the 4, and this is y plus 5 by 2. So y plus 5 divided by 2, this y coordinate will be definitely equals to this 8 by 2 is 4. Again do the same thing. Y plus 5 into 1 is y plus 5, 4 to the 8. Therefore y is equals to 8 minus 5, that is equals to 3. So what was my x and what is my y? My x is 6 and y is 3. Therefore in this parallelogram, the missing coordinates, that x and y, is nothing but your x is equals to what I got? I got x is equals to 3 and y is equals to, x is equals to 6, y is equals to 3. So this is about the parallelogram problem. So what is the unique feature of this parallelogram? Very simple. If the coordinates are given, very simple. Look at here. Out of the 4 vertices, 1 vertex or maybe 2 unknowns are there. Which is the unknown? One is x, where is that x? One coordinate is x, yes, x, unknown coordinate. And one coordinate is unknown, again y. Like this, if unknown coordinate you are getting in parallelogram, best thing is this one. This is the best thing what you have to remember. Apply this one, you get your answer. If the unknown coordinates are there in parallelogram, then definitely use the midpoint formula. But midpoint of what? Diagonals. AC and BD midpoint, just make it equal, you'll get your answer. Over. Now the next one is question number 6 over, which is regarding we use the midpoint formula. Next is question number 7. The question number 7 is find the coordinates of the point A, where AB is the diameter of a circle. It's very simple. 2 marks questions. Where AB is the diameter of a circle whose center is 2 minus 3 and B is given. So find the coordinates of the point A, where AB is the diameter of a circle. So let me draw one circle. So what is telling? He is telling this AB is the diameter of a circle. So what is AB? According to the question, AB is the diameter of a circle. Again, let's proceed. AB, whose center is given. This center is, coordinates of the center is given. That is 2 comma minus 3. This is the coordinate of the center. And B also given. What is the coordinates of B? The coordinates of B he is given as 1 comma 4. What is asking? He is asking find the coordinates of the point A. So this A, whose coordinate is not given, is asking find the coordinates of A. It's very simple. Look at what is given. He is telling that a circle with AB is the diameter. AB is the diameter. And diameter has 2 endpoints, 2 extreme ends. One is A, one is B. Coordinates of A he is not given. But coordinates of B, coordinate of B he has given 1 comma 4, and the center, coordinates of the center is also given. So by using this data we have to find what is the coordinate of A. So let me take the coordinates of A, B, X and Y, because we don't know the coordinate. Let the coordinates of A, B, X and Y. Anyhow, coordinates of B is given and center also given. This suppose let it be your O. Coordinate of A over B he is given, that is 1 comma 4, and the center, suppose center of the circle is, let me take as M. Center's coordinate given 2 comma minus 3. Now you tell me what is the midpoint of the circle. In this case, the midpoint of the, or what I can say, the center of the circle. This is the center of the circle. This is the center of the circle. Now, is it the midpoint of the diameter? I think yes. Is this the midpoint of the diameter? Yes. And is this the center of the circle? Yes. That means center of the circle and midpoint of the diameter both are one only. So from this what I can say? Center of the circle is equals to midpoint of the diameter. Can I write? Yes. Okay. So what I can write? Center of the circle is nothing but the midpoint of the diameter. Center, let me write center of the circle. Center of the circle is equals to midpoint of the diameter. I hope you are understanding. Center of the circle and midpoint of the diameter both are equal. Very simple. Center of the circle is already given. What is given center of the circle? 2 comma minus 3. Center of the circle. Midpoint of the diameter, just again use the midpoint formula. So this is the diameter, midpoint of the diameter means this is my x1, this is a y1, this is x2 and this is a y2. So x1 plus x2 by divided by 2, x1 means x1 plus x2 divided by 2, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So which formula I am applying? Midpoint formula. Try to remember, already I had told you. X1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2, that is the midpoint formula. I think I have to equate. Very simple. If you are getting like this, immediately try to equate. So equating x and y coordinates. If I equate x and y coordinates, what I am getting? X plus 1 divided by 2 is equals to 2. X coordinate, y coordinate, y coordinate. Y coordinate is y plus 4 divided by 2 is equals to minus 3. I think you are getting. I am equating both x coordinate is equals to x coordinate, y coordinate is equals to y coordinate. Further, if I simplify, what do I get? X plus 1 is equals to 2 is 4 and x is equals to 4 minus 1. So what is my x coordinate? My x coordinate is 3. If I find my y coordinate, y plus 4 is equals to 3 to the 6, or y is equals to minus 6 minus 4, y is equals to minus 10. So therefore, x coordinate, both the coordinates x and y coordinate, what I am getting means the coordinates of A I have taken initially. What are the initial what I have taken? Let the coordinates of A be xy. I got x and y. So therefore, the coordinate of A, which is xy, and this xy value I got. What is my x? X is 3 and y is minus 10. So this is the way how to find the coordinate of the point A. Over. So this is the question number 7. Now question number 8. This was 7th one. Now the question number 8. So generally which formula we use? We are using only sectional formula and midpoint formula, that's all. 3 formula actually: special case formula, midpoint formula and sectional formula. Special case formula we have to use if it's asking the find the ratio. In that case we have to use the special case formula, that k is to 1. That is, if he is given find the ratio. Then the question number 8. Question number 8, what is telling? He is telling if A and B are 2 points is given, A and B. E is given A and B 2 points. A and B, and the coordinates of the 2 points are also given. -2, -2, and the second one is given 2, -4. Find the coordinates of P such that something given condition such that AP is equals to 3 by 7 AB, and again is telling you P lies on the line segment AB. So P is somewhat in AB, but what is the condition given? The condition is AP is equals to 3 by 7 AB. So what is given? What is asking to find? Find the coordinates of P. That P is somewhat in between A and B. Where it is, we don't know. So let's find. Can I write AP by AB is equals to 3 by 7 from this? Yes, of course I can write. AP by AB is equal to 3 to 7. That means my AP is how many parts? 3 parts, and AB is 7 parts. So if suppose this is the point, so this is the point P, whose coordinates we have to find. We don't know. We have to find this coordinate of this point, right? So AP is 3 parts and AB is 7 parts. That means this is my 3 parts. From A to B 3 parts, and from A to B, sorry, A to P 3 parts. From A to B 7 parts. A to B 7 parts, A to P 3 parts. So can I say this PB will be definitely 4 parts? I hope understand. समझ में आ रहा होगा? Okay. Because AB is 7 parts. So total is 7 parts. Total 7 parts, and this is 3 parts. So obviously this will be my 4 parts. So I got the ratio. So which ratio I got? I got the ratio AP. This AP is to PB is nothing but 3:4. I got the ratio. So definitely this is the M1 and this is M2. So M1, M2 I got. X1, Y1 is given already. This is the X1, this is Y1, and this is X2, this is Y2. find the coordinates of the point P. Put the same formula. So what is the formula? Pxy is equals to, again section formula, m1 x2. What is my m1? M1 is 3. M1 x2, x2 2, m1 x2 plus m2 x1 divided by m1 plus m2. M1 plus m2 means 3 plus 4. Again m1 y2, m1 is 3, y2 is minus 4 plus m2 y1 minus 2 divided by 3 plus 4. So finally if I calculate, this becomes 3 2 are 6 minus 4 2 are 8 divided by 7, 3 4 are 12, 4 2 are 8 divided by 7. But 6 minus 8 is what? 6 minus 8 is nothing but minus 2 by 7. And this is, so m1 x2, m2, m1 x2, m2 x1, m1 is 3, m2 is m1 x2, m2 x1 divided by m1 plus m2, m1. Okay, so let me check once again the points, coordinates of the points. First one is 2 comma 8 1, minus 2 2 comma minus 4. Okay, right. Minus 2 by 7, this is a minus 12 minus 8 minus 20 by 7. So this is the coordinates of the point Px, or what is asked. Over. So question number 8 is over. Now the question number 9. For the question number 9, just the same formula. We are using the same formula, nothing else. Only the coordinates of x coordinate, y coordinate we are find by using section formula or distance formula. Or next is find the coordinates of the point which divide the line segment AB into 4 equal parts. How many equal parts? 4 equal parts. That means a line AB, this line AB will be divided into 4 equal parts. 4 equal parts. Divide into 4 equal parts. So let me divide into 4 equal parts. 4 equal parts. First part, second part, third part, and fourth. And these parts are equal. These parts are equal. So these are the parts. And these parts are equal. Then what is asking? And the coordinates of these points is given. First one is given minus 2, comma 2. And the second one is given 2, comma 8. And what is telling? This line segment is divided by the 4 equal parts. Divided into 4 equal parts, and is asking to find the coordinates of all those points. Let me give the name as P. Suppose P is the point, Q is the point, and R is the point. P, Q are the points which divides this line segment into 4 equal parts. So let's first find in what ratio P divides AB, and in what ratio Q divides AB, and in what ratio R divides AB. So can I write P divides AB in the ratio of 1:3? Yes, of course, this is the one part. I'm taking first P. So one part, and from here to here it's a 3 parts. 1, 2, 3. So I can write 1:3. Q divides AB in the ratio of, you tell me, I think 2:2. Yes, this is Q. From here to here 2. From here to 2 parts. 2, 1, 2. 1 plus 1, 2. So this side 2, this side also 2. So Q divides in the ratio of 2:2. And R divides AB in the ratio of this R. From here to here 3 parts, from here to here 1 part. Finish. Now we can find the coordinates of all those points. So if I find first, I will use the section formula only, because this point divides the line segment in 1:3 ratio. So definitely I use the, so Pxy, first I am defining Pxy. This is x1, y1, and this is x2 y2. So use the formula m1 x2. What is m1? In the first case, this is m1 and this is m2. So m1 x2. What is x2? x2 is 2. m1 x2 plus m2 x1 divided by m1 plus m2. m1 plus m2 means 1 plus 3. Again m1 y2 plus m2 plus m2 y1 divided by m1 plus m2. So what I am getting, 1 2 are 2, 3 2 are 6 by 4, again 8 plus 3 2 are 6 divided by 4. In further calculation, what I am getting, minus 4 divided by 4, 14 divided by 4. So further if I divide, I'll get minus 1. 2 7 are 2, 2 are 7 by 2. So the coordinates of the first point, this first point's coordinates I got, what I got? Minus 1 comma 7 by 2. This is the first coordinates of the first one over P1. Similarly, I can find the coordinates of Q by using the same formula. Qxy is equals to, but in this case my m1 m2 will be this one. So this is m1 and this is m2, both are equal. m1 x2, what is m1? 2. m1 x2 to m1 x2 plus m2 x1 divided by m1 plus m2, m1 plus m2. Again m1 y2, m1 is what? 2. m1 y2 plus m2 y1 divided by m1 plus m2. 2 2s are 4, again 4 minus 4 by 4, 2 8s are 16, 2 2s are 4 by 4. So this becomes 0 by 4 and this is 20 by 4. But if I do the cancellation, finally I am getting the coordinates of the second one is 0 comma 5. So coordinates of Q also over. What is Q? 0 comma 5. And now the last coordinate, that is R. Coordinates of R. If I find coordinates of R, Rxy is equals to, again same formula, but my only the thing that will change is m1 m2, that's all. m1 m2, this is m1, this is m2. Only this m1 m2 value will be changed. So what is m1? m1 is 3, m1 x2, what is x2? x2 is 2, m1 x2 plus m2 x1 divided by m1 plus m2. Again m1 y2 plus m2 y1 is 2 divided by 3 plus 1. Further if I simplify, I'll get 3 2s are 6, minus 2 1s are 2 by 4, 3 8s are 24, 2 1s are 2 divided by 4. 6 minus 2 is 4, 4 by 4 and 26 by 4. Now further if you divide, what are you getting? It will be 1 and this will be 2 13 are 2. Now the coordinates of the points which divide the line segment into 4 equal parts I got. So this one finally what I got? Final coordinate is 1 comma 13 by 2. So if a line segment is divided into 4 equal parts, very simple. Just you can take any name P, Q, R, find the coordinates. This is the main. First this is main. P divides the entire line segment into how many parts? Q divides the line segment into how many parts? R divides the line segment into how many parts? After that you have to use the section formula to solve. Finish. Then next, this is the question number 9. So if it is given divided into 4 equal parts, it's very simple. Just use the section formula, nothing else. Only just remember the section formula, memorize, then put the formula, get the answer. That's all. So this is question number 9. And the question number 10, which is the last question. Question number 10, what is it? Find the area of a rhombus. Area of rhombus means you must know the formula. If the vertices are given, let me write the vertices. So vertices of the rhombus given. If suppose A, B, C, D, the vertices are given 3, 0. Second is 4, 5. Third is given -1, 4. And the fourth one is -2, -1. He's asking find the area of the rhombus. Area of the rhombus we can find if you know the formula. Area of the rhombus is equal to half into a product of the diagonals. So area of rhombus is equal to half into D1 D2. Diagonal, first diagonal into second diagonal. So in this case, my diagonals are these two other diagonals, which is first AC, this is the diagonal, second is DB. That means I have to find these two diagonals, then only I can use the formula. For finding the diagonals, AC is nothing but the distance. AC is the distance, BD also distance, so that means I must use the distance formula. So let's first find what is the AB, means first AC. Distance between AC, root over x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square. This one I can use for finding this AC. x1, y1, and this is x2, y2. So x1 minus x2, what is x1? See there, what is x1? What is x1? 3. x1 minus x2 means plus 1. So 3 plus 1 whole square. 3 plus 1 whole square plus y1 minus y2. What is y1? y1 is 0, y2 is 4. 0 minus 4 is minus 4 only. 0 minus 4 whole square. So 3 plus 1 is nothing but 4. 4 whole square plus this is minus 4 whole square. That means 4 4s are 16 plus 16, which is root 32. If I find this will be 4 root 2. The diagonal AC, what I got? 4 root 2. Similarly, I can find diagonal BD. BD. I have to use again the same formula, but BD this time. BD means x1, y1, x2, y2. So let me find this BD. Again use the same formula, x1 minus x2. x1 is what? x1 is 4. x1 minus x2. 4 minus of 2 means plus 2. 4 plus 2 whole square. 4 plus 2 whole square plus y1 minus y2. 5 plus 1 whole square. 5 plus 1 whole square. This gives me 6 square plus 5 plus 1 again 6. 6 is 36 plus 36, that is root 72. So if I find root 75, root 72, so let's see what we are getting. 72 means 2, 36. I think 6 root 2 I am getting. Yes, 6 root 2. 2 diagonals I got. Now we can find area of rhombus is equals to area of rhombus is equals to half into product of diagonals means D1 D2. But what is D1 D2? Product of means AC into BD. Half into 2 diagonals. What is the AC I got? 4 root 2. 4 root 2. And what is BD I got? 6 root 2. 6 root 2. So this becomes 4 6 are 24 into root 2 into root 2 means only 2 divided by 2 gets cancelled, that is 24 square units. First, this is the area of the rhombus, because area of the rhombus is nothing but the half into product of diagonals. In this case, diagonals are the two distances, so I'll find first by using the distance formula 2 diagonals I'll find. After finding two diagonals, two distance, just apply the formula. Area formula is equals to half into d1 d2. d1 d2 means what? First diagonal into second diagonal. If you are not getting, this is the formula, half d1 d2, product of the diagonals. So this second exercise is over completely. So in the next class we'll see that the next exercise, complete exercise, with the next class.